Hello, everyone. I know exactly what pro-Russian parties are going to say about this. See, Ukrainians are just as bad as Russians. They shouldn't complain. First of all, I want this story from Belgrade confirmed by independent sources. Because, as I mentioned in the past, one of the things about Ukrainian reporting, they bring receipts because they understand any stain on their credibility, any suspicious whatsoever, is gonna compromise Ukraine's ability to get support. When Russia reports these things, it really is a complete crapshoot. So, according to the governor of the Belgrade region, 3 people were killed and 9 more were wounded during this latest attack on targets in that region by Ukraine. As I mentioned in the past, there should be no civilians living in that area at all. They should have all been evacuated a long time ago, literally 3 years ago. The cities like Belgrade, Bryansk, Kursk, Rostov, Voronezh, all of those that sit right up against the Russian-Ukrainian border have been extensively used by Russian military to basically siphon whatever into Ukraine, weapons, troops, supplies. Also, that's where they're launching missiles from, because they do have medium to long-range missiles. That's where those are coming from. So they're technically in the Russian territory, but they're being fired into Ukraine and pretty much covering the territory from one border to the other. All I can say to those border regions, people living there, get the fuck out of there. Your own government is using you as human shields. Your own government is using you for propaganda. Get out of there. Get out. Go anywhere you can, anywhere that's reasonably safe. But your homes have been turned into military bases. Now, this is interesting. So remember, some days ago, a Ukrainian citizen was apprehended in Poland and detained, being accused of sabotaging the Nord Stream pipeline that connects Russia and Germany. Poland's President Tusk is basically saying, we're not sure we should hand him over to Germany. We're not sure we should extradite him. As far as I know, there's no extradition agreement between Poland and Germany, so they don't have to anyway. But look at what he said. He said that those who built Nord Stream 2 and not those accused of sabotaging it should be ashamed and remain silent. Now, he has a good point. So, Germany granted Nord Stream 2 a permit for construction and operation on January 31st, 2018. You know why that is remarkable? That is almost 4 years after Russia's annexation of Crimea, and when Russia's Russian militant incursion into Ukrainian East was already in full swing. So they already knew Russia was in the middle of an aggressive operation against Ukraine, and they went with it anyway. So, Tusk has a good point. He's basically saying, guys, this is before the full-scale invasion, but it was already up to Russian shenanigans. And so sanctions were already in the works. The Malaysian Airlines flight has already been shot down. Why did you go with this? Why did you not spend the time between when the negotiations started and the time when you issued the permit? Why didn't you spend it looking for another way to get oil and gas? The fuck is wrong with it? So I tend to agree with him. Slovakia sent its first non-lethal defense aid package to Ukraine. This includes several Bajena demining vehicles. Oh God, thank you guys so much for those. We need those demining vehicles, something wicked. And some other non-lethal equipment. Slovakia, why this is kind of amazing. Slovakia has been notoriously supportive of Russia. So I am very skeptical about this. I'm not sure what their motivation is there. In addition to the demining vehicles, this includes engineering and construction equipment, transportation, medical evacuation vehicles. So this is absolutely priceless. Ever since the start of war, I have been participating in the Sprava Hromad fundraising operations. And that's exactly what we keep having to raise money for. Things like that. Transportation, medevac vehicles, medical supplies, portable kitchens, portable offices. So this is a great package. So I'm kind of wondering what is going on in Slovakia that had caused them to offer such a generous gift. And there's been another train derailment, train carrying military cargo, derailed by an underground group. So this took place on October 7th on the Stroganovo-Mshinska railway section. The locomotive and several wagons derailed, and supposedly the operation was carried out by the local partisans. Again, whoever is carrying those out, there is an official group attached, and they usually claim responsibility for their operations. We don't know yet who did this one. Are they working with Atash? Are they independent? But whoever it is, thanks guys. Good on you.